My name's Jillian, for those of you who are not familiar with me, and I am a dietitian and essential oil enthusiast and lover and user. And my passion is to help people lose weight permanently with small changes and to take care of themselves with natural options when that is available. I'm going to talk about something I've talked about in the past, but I think that it is so important that it should be revisited, as it really is the key foundation to prevent yo-yo dieting, because every time you do it, your metabolism takes a hit and it really becomes harder and harder to lose weight, and eventually impossible, because you've lost weight too many times and your body does have a quitting point. So this is the red, yellow, green light concept when it comes to maintaining, and you can also use this concept when it comes to losing weight. So think about your weight, and when you get on the scale, as a red, yellow, green light concept. This means that you have this weight that you're trying to maintain, and every time you step on the scale, you're going to be within a 0 to 3 pound range of that weight. And when I say stepping on the scale, I'm meaning you're doing this no more than 1 time per day and no less than 1 time per week. If you do it more than once per day, you're really not doing it for a good purpose other than to drive yourself crazy and to watch water weight fluctuations. If you do it less than once a week, then you're going to be getting yourself into a situation where your weight can creep up past the red zone before you know it, and it's going to be much harder to correct that, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So the green zone is 0 to 3 pounds of weight gain, which means, let's say you're trying to maintain a weight of 150 pounds. If your weight always fluctuates between 150 and 153, then you're good. You get on that scale, you're at 152 today, you don't worry about it. You go on about your business, and you know that what you're doing currently is fine. There's nothing to change. This is where so many people, though, fret over that 2 pounds, and they freak out all day, and they go on some kind of a crash thing, or they cut calories, or they go exercise more, or whatever the case may be, and it's for no reason. The people who successfully maintain their weight, though, will recognize that there's a yellow zone. So that yellow zone is where you do have to really fess up and not lie to yourself about the fact that if you gain 3, 4, or 5 pounds beyond your weight where you're trying to maintain, or let's say you're trying to lose weight, so that 150 might fluctuate 149 to 151, and then 148 to 150, and 147 to 150, and so kind of that as you're losing weight, it's going to bounce up and down a lower 3 pounds and a lower 3 pounds and a lower 3 pounds. So that's how it'll work when you're in the active weight loss phase. But now let's say you're in that active weight maintenance phase. If it starts popping up, you don't want to start shifting. I've seen people do this. They start shifting their green zone. No, your green zone is what it is. So if you gain 3, 4, or 5 pounds, if you have successfully been maintaining your weight or successfully losing weight for a while, then you know what got you into that yellow zone. Either you stopped exercising a few days, you went on a vacation, it was the weekend, it was a holiday, and so you're able to correct for that and go right back on track pretty quickly. Now, if you're doing this and you're doing it correctly, then it's probably going to take a week, maybe even 2 weeks, depending on how much it was, to get you right back into that green zone. But notice I didn't say that you're going to go on a crash diet for a day or two to get it back down. I said you're going to go back into your normal habits and correct for it. Now, if you get to 5, 6, 7 pounds, that's the red zone. Now, ideally, when people are weighing themselves on a regular basis, they're never going to see this red zone. But, you know, sometimes crap happens and you do get there, and you probably will. But this is usually when just things are really not going right, and usually people will know this because maybe they went on a 2-week vacation, or they had a really tremendous thing happen in their life and they haven't been on the scale for several weeks. I'm still not going to recommend any kind of a strict diet. I'm just going to recommend that you do pull out whatever is in your weight loss toolbox, so to speak, something that you have used in the past that really worked for you, whether it's you need to get back into food records and counting calories, whether it's you need to really up the exercise or just get back into exercise, or you need to walk a little bit longer than you normally would, or maybe you just need to get back into your normal routine because you just completely went off, totally off everything. But know that it's probably going to take a good month to get it back to where it was back in your green zone. And you will spend the rest of your life going in and out of these same 5 pounds. And if you know that, though, you will stay out of the yo-yo dieting mentality and you will have control over your weight, I promise.